Yo, what's up everyone out there in YouTube land? Savage Stone Jiu-Jitsu coming at you with another video. I'm actually driving. I wanted to do something different. Going back home. I'm just getting back from a pretty killer, like I'm feeling it in my chest, workout with one of my friends, my boy Justin. I'm gonna leave his link down below. He has an Instagram. I want you guys to follow him too. It's Paleo Haleo, but once again, I'll leave that in the description down below. The importance and why you should cross-train if you want to get better, or at least be one of the best, or in the upper echelon of submission grapplers slash wrestlers, whatever you want to call it, but just cross-training for the betterment and the supplement of your actual main focus of jiu-jitsu or grappling or MMA, for instance, too. So I'm going to give you specific examples, all right? I'm going to take my anecdotal evidence and also some of my favorite fighters' evidence. So, for myself, I've been working on calisthenics for maybe about 2 years now. And it's been in one of those on and off type of things, because when you're actually training, you get injured, you know? And so you rely more on the calisthenics or the weight training, and even yoga actually, to get better, to heal, to recover from your injuries. So it's a slower process. Then the other thing is balancing both the cross-training of whatever you're doing at that time, whether it be calisthenics, sprints up a hill, gymnastics, weight training. It's hard to balance both of those things out, because it's a lot. It's very taxing on your body. I mean, unless you're juicing, unless you're using other supplements, just fine, whatever, you know, what you do you. I'm doing it naturally, meaning I'm not really using any supplements. I just want to do it naturally. You know, I'm trying to eat healthier. I'm actually eating healthier, but, you know, trying to stick with it. And that's the way I'm doing. That's the path I'm taking, and that's fine too. But if you're choosing to, you know, add supplements to your diet, to your daily routine, that's fine too. You know, to each their own. Whatever works for you. But I'm doing naturally. I'm doing it naturally, that is. But however, I have seen my longevity in jiu-jitsu. I've gotten a lot stronger. My conditioning has gotten a lot better. Honestly, I do feel stronger when I'm rolling. I'm able to handle much larger people, and that's a lot, because I'm not a big person by any means. I'm only 5'8", and that's in the regular world, that's average to short, or short to average. It's nothing special. So I encounter bigger people, especially with weight too, and taller people all the time. So it's helped me handle larger people. It's helped me manage my weight distribution depending on my opponent's size and sizes. It's a beautiful thing, honestly. So if you do cross-training with weight training, with gymnastics, calisthenics, and I actually dabble in all of those. Not so much weightlifting, but I use a lot of the bands, calisthenics, gymnastics, sprints, and I'm telling you guys, if you try that and put that in your pocket, an arsenal of cross-training, so that your jiu-jitsu can get better, So your grappling can get better, your kickboxing can get better. You're not gonna regret it. And a few of the examples I love to use, because you can't deny these people. You take GSP. I mean, physical freak, physical specimen, always rants and raves about gymnastics and how important it is. And if you look at his fights, wow. I mean, he's definitely one of the greatest fighters, MMA fighters of all time. You can't deny that. Whether you have your favorites, whether you don't think he's the greatest, that's fine, because he's not my GOAT, but you can't deny him that he's one of the GOATs for sure. I mean, he took everyone down. People that have fought him all say the same thing. It was impossible to get him off of you. And I think a lot of that, and if you really analyze his fights, you can tell that he has the utmost understanding of, maybe he might not know it. It's like just a subconscious thing, but he has the utmost understanding of balance and weight distribution, and I think that has a lot to do with his gymnastics training. Another person that I like to point out is Gordon Ryan, who's maybe, arguably, right now at least, for his era, the best submission grappler of his time. You know, everyone has their era. You know, eventually someone's gonna take him out, someone's gonna beat him. But right now, he's definitely the top of the food chain. And him and John Donaher always talk. And if you guys don't know who I'm talking about, Gordon Ryan and John Donaher, they're part of the Renzo Gracie gym out in New York, the Blue Basement. And they also they're part of a crew called Donaher Death Squad, which and they've actually recently just moved their camp, the specific Donaher Death Squad, down to Puerto Rico, because they've made so much money off of jiu-jitsu, being the top players. At any rate, I digress. So Gordon Ryan talks a lot about cross-training with weight training, because it's true, at a certain point, before jiu-jitsu was the gentle art, and you shouldn't be able to use a lot of strength, taking out someone larger size. But that's not the case. The more athletes come in with an understanding of their athleticism and their balance, there's no way around it. You're going to have to have some sort of edge on another highly skilled fighter, highly skilled athlete. And a lot of the time it's strength. And so weight training for him is super important. I've seen him do dips with calisthenics equipment, and so I know he does a lot of cross training, a lot of workout. I mean, he's already yoked up, he's already beasted, he's a beast. And he's, like I said, he's one of the top grapplers in the world, if not the top grappler of the world. Another person I like to point out too is Andre Galvao, who's from Atos. I believe he founded Atos in San Diego, California. And if you look at him, you can take a look at him, his jiu-jitsu, and talk about beast. He's a monster. His last fight with another top player, Felipe Peña, he literally used him as a mop. He just ragdolled Felipe Peña, and Felipe Peña is no slouch. He's also another top tier grappler, one of the best grapplers around as well. I mean, he just mopped the floor with this guy. That it just shows you how much of a beast Andre Galvao is as well. And he also does a bunch of weight training for cross training, so that his jiu-jitsu gets superb, so he can blast through people, so he can get those blast doubles. And when he gets them, I mean, he'll fly. He flies. I mean, you can't really stop it. So the importance of cross training for your jiu-jitsu, for your grappling, for your kickboxing even, especially with the clinches. It's super important. And I hope that you guys start doing something like that, you know, something that suits you, that feels good to your body, something that's beneficial to your body. And the same thing applies to the cross training. Listen to your body. If you're too tired or you're overtraining, take a break, go for a hike, go to the beach, relax. And I know for a lot of us, including myself, you don't want to take those breaks, but you need to. They're integral to the longevity of your sport and the love of your sport. So it extends to the cross training and your main training as well. Just listen to your body. But I definitely highly recommend cross training so that you can stay in the game longer and keep up with the evolution of jiu-jitsu and the sport itself. All right, you guys, you know what to do. Subscribe. You enjoyed this video, comment. Follow me on Instagram for sure, because I have all my merchandise right there. Hit me up, you guys. DM me on Instagram. Savage Stone Jiu-Jitsu. Hit me up, and also follow my boy Paleo Haleo Justin. That was a nice video. Different. Awesome, you guys. You guys have a beautiful day. Bye.